Good day, YouTube. I would say good evening, but it's actually the daytime. Okay, I'm the NXS on the Teamwataponuk UK channel for once. Yes, I know. Bit scary. But yes, if you're watching this, that means you're watching Tech for Talk Tuesday. Okay, today's Tech for Talk is this card, Debunk. Now, what this card does is, as it states on the card, negate the activation of an effect monster's effect that activates in the hand or in the graveyard and remove it from play. Brilliant. This card is brilliant. I recognise this card's worth when it was only about £5 English, around about $10 American, when it came out of Extreme Victory. Debunk is a really awesome card because it can negate a lot of things in the current meta. It is like a big anti-meta card, if you like to view it that way, but it's an out to a lot of things. Now, I'm going to show you a few cards that Debunk it was really made for. Here we have two Debunks. Now, cards that could be done in the hand are DD Crow. Now, DD Crow is a card that states, during either player's turn, you can discard this card from your hand to the graveyard to target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish that target. Now, that is an effect that happens in the hand. So if you don't want your pot of avarice to be messed up, or you don't want your monster reborn, or some other thing that you're trying to get out of the graveyard messed up, and they play DD Crow, you play Debunk. Simple 1 for 1. Okay, next card. Effect Veiler. Everyone should be main decking this. Basically, what it states is, during your opponent's main phase, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. So one face-up monster during your opponent controls, negate its effects of that monster to the end phase. Right. Now, for very good reason, you can see why people are main decking that, if they can get hold of it. Once again, Debunk is an out to it. It's an effect that happens in the hand to the graveyard, negate a monster's effect, no. Debunk. Okay, now for a card that it absolutely kills against, or two cards it absolutely kills against. Now everyone is either main decking one or the other, or both. We have Gauze and Tragodia. Right, Gauze basically has two effects. When you receive battle damage and you have no cards on the field, you special summon this card from your hand, and you get a Gauze token as well, with equal attack to the battle damage you just took. And the other effect is when you take effect damage and you have no cards on the field, you get to special summon this card and inflict the opponent for the burn damage that you took. I do believe. Yes. And Tragodia, when you take battle damage, no matter if you have cards on the field or not, you can special summon this card, right? Basically, there are two effects that happen in the hand. So, you play Debunk, you don't have to worry about these two. If you've got a Debunk face down and you're running into them, you can attack with your highest monster first. They can drop Gauze, but you play Debunk and their Gauze is fucked. They drop Trag. The Trag is fucked. So, Debunk was really made for the outs to these two cards. Another two cards. Popular side deck cards. One of the past, one of the present. One of the past being Puppet Plant. Basically, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to take control of a spellcaster or a warrior monster that your opponent controls. Pretty good. Pretty good in the Samurai era, still pretty good now. Especially against junk doppel decks and things like that. So, send that card to the graveyard, take control. Pretty good. Debunk, once again, negate the effect, remove it from play. Marionette Might. Now, it has a similar effect to Puppet Plant, but it affects zombies and fiends. Now, I hate this card against my deck, and Dark Horde players and Fabled players probably hate this card as well. Because you basically send this card to the graveyard, take control of the fiend or zombie type monster. So you can take their Greffer, you can take a Brow, you can take anything you want. An Exceed or synchro or whatever. So yeah, that's a bunch of cards that you can use to with Debunk to out 2. Now I'm going to show you some cards that actually in the graveyard. Dandelion, big plant player card, right? Dandelion's effect, when sent to the graveyard, special summon 2 fluff tokens. So, Debunk, right, they play quick draw, discarding Dandelion. You play Debunk on Dandelion. There's an effect to remove it from play, they don't get no tokens or nothing. You run it over by battle, play Debunk. Destroy it by a card effect, Debunk. Any way this card gets into the graveyard, you just play Debunk. And that is a major out to plant players. Another plant card, Light Bulb. Send 1 card from the top of your deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from the graveyard. Pretty simple, pretty broke. Once again, Debunk. I send 1 card from the top of my deck to the graveyard to special summon Light Bulb from my graveyard. No, I chain Debunk, removing Light Bulb from play, but they still milled the card as a cost. Sangan. I love it when I run over a Sangan and I get to play Debunk. They're like, oh, I'm going to get a search. No, sorry, Debunk. Negated, removed from play. Now, Sangan's effect is when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, whether it's tributed or destroyed by card effect or even destroyed by battle, you get a search for 15 monster with 1500 attack or less. So, basically, you run over a Sangan, you play Debunk. I should really get a third one of these, but the price has escalated a little bit and I'm tight on money. Another homage to the Silent Enigma there. But yes, Debunk out to Sangan. Play Spray a Zombie, another tuner that is highly used. Absolutely very highly used. What it says is, you can put 1 card on top of your deck to revive this card from the graveyard, but when you do, and when it leaves the field, it's removed from play. But on the moment they put 1 card from their hand on top of the deck as a cost, you play Debunk. Negate its effect and remove them from play. Essentially screwing up their turn. And finally, Dark Quartz. Although Dark Quartz flopped in Kansas City, apart from 1 deck that I believe made top 17, it made the top 32 I do believe, but he got 17th place. I remember seeing it on YouTube, some guy called Vincent, I do believe. I can't really remember. He looks Italian. But yes, Brow. Now, what this card is, when it's discarded to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you get to draw 2. When it's discarded by your card effect, you get to draw 1. So, debunk that shit. Yeah, debunk. Shit. Debunk. Crap. Debunk. Oh my word. Debunk is so many outs to so many plays that can screw out your opponent in so many ways. And I'm rhyming without even intending to, but hey, let's just roll with it. You gotta roll with it. But yes, Debunk is a very powerful out to Dark Worlds, Plants, Zombies, DD Crow, Effect Veiler, all that shit I just showed you. It can be used in multiple ways, but it cannot, I must stress, it cannot be used to negate summoning conditions. E.g., it cannot be used to negate things like Cyber Dragon, Darkness Neosphere, Power Giant, Mech Lords, Creation Resonator, or even win conditions such as Exodia. So be very cautious of that. It can only negate monster effects. So you can negate Battle Fader, you can negate Gorge, you can negate Trag, but you can't negate Cyber Dragon, and you can't negate Quick Draw and other things like that. So I've been Neo Nexus. You've been my wonderful audience. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for supporting me with my 200 subscribers. Please tune in next Tuesday, where I shall be talking about other such tech cards, such as Big Burn, Chaos Trap Hole, and Fiendish Chain, just to name a few. And I'm going to give all of them away, otherwise you won't tune in next week. So, please, tune in next week, and don't forget, rate, comment, subscribe, and side in Debunk. I've been Neo Nexus, signing out. Peace.